Alrighty, guys, let's go. Sorry I'm late, got distracted in the Discord for a second, but what's going on, guys? SPY is still right around $400. We are sitting right on it. Hey, Xbox, I actually just got the monster. That's funny. We're going with the monster today because my time was cut short. Got a little distracted earlier. But yeah, thank you guys for joining up today. Overall, it seems like a pretty damn good day. Overall, Keisha posted in Discord a very nice play from yesterday in the Profits channel. Let's go ahead and see. Let's turn it on real quick here. She said this is how you turn it into this. So I guess she got in at 0.13 and she sold out at 1.10. She said she made 800% or 900% is what it was. Turned 1,300 into 11,000. So nice stuff, Keisha. Is that total what you made on the day? Was 11K? That's pretty dang good, Keisha. I'll say that's one of the better trades I've seen in there in a long time. So that's actually pretty damn good there. Gengar says, happy trading. Will you stream the Fox minutes? Oh, no. No, I won't do that, Gengar. It's just a little report that comes out. There's not really anything too crazy with it. You just have to... It's like just like a page, you know, like CNBC or something like that whenever it comes out. So it's not, you know, I'm not going to really worry about that one too much, Gengar, but I think it can affect the market. It definitely can affect the market a little bit, but I don't think it'll be as crazy as like the other FOMC events. Keisha brought in the sunshine. I love that. Thanks for joining Warren, Bill, Xbox, Sean, Gengar. What's going on, guys? Hey, I actually had a request from the Discord to go ahead and go over some I guess we'll say cash secure puts, CSPs, maybe running the wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and go into a bit of a play here that I think would be pretty good on... So why did I go to SoFi? I meant to go to Palantir. I think this could be pretty good on Palantir here. Given their current prices, god dang it, this Thinkorswim. It's always shut down. Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing? Hang on, guys. Let me get up my freaking Thinkorswim real quick. Let's get it open. And then we're going to go over some cash secured puts and running the wheel strategy a little bit. Because, you know, I had a request from Discord. And, you know, hey, if you guys ever request anything, you can always just send it in the chat here and we will check it out 100%. But he wanted to go over some cash secured put scenarios. I went over this a couple days ago, but I'll do it again for anyone who missed it. So, looking at Palantir here, there's a big support around 840 to 850. We were at 9 last week. We started falling back down. I'm going to go ahead and look at some different scenarios here with some puts to sell on Palantir. So looking at Palantir's chain on my other screen here, it looks like the 9-strike puts are right now, they're selling for $54, somewhere right around there, 0.52. That's for the $8 and, well, that was for the $9 strike. The $8 strike is going for $3 for this week. Let's go out to March. The $8 strike's going for $28 or $30. I would say on Palantir in this scenario, we should go out to April, you know? And what I really like about Palantir at this $8 strike is you're getting paid quite a bit. You know, you're getting $50 a contract at April 21st of this year, $50 to $55. So not a bad way to go, you know, really not. And Palantir just had some decent earnings and started popping off. Now, they started coming back down a little bit because of these other growth stocks, but for the most part, they're kind of like right in the bottom of this big range down here. Huge range, you know, between like $6 and 10 to 11. So this is a huge range, and $8 is right in the middle of it. You know, you can see 8 right there. It's not really a big support. It's acted as resistance a little bit. You know, it could be support now that we're above it. And that'd be awesome if it held up as that. But the main thing that I'm looking at here is, you know, what price am I comfortable holding Palantir at? And I'm comfortable holding it at $8. So that's pretty much where I'm coming at this trade. So if anyone's interested in that, I hope Nate or A-Lead sees this. But Palantir is one of my favorites. I know people love Palantir as well. And for the long term, you know, that $8 support hopefully holds up and we start to get some good movement, you know, moving back to the upside here. And I think that, you know, even if you do get assigned at 8, I think that's totally fine. You know, if you get assigned at 8 and you have to pick up shares, who cares? You know, that's perfectly fine. Honestly, like that, that just means you're getting Palantir for the long term. That's how cash secured puts work. Once you get the shares at 8, you can start selling covered calls at 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 or whatever you want. Now, that's the way I would trade Palantir right now. It's a bit of a longer term trade. Most people probably wouldn't want to do this, but I think that that's the way to go, is to short the put here and run the wheel. Sean says he's actually in the wheel right now, so that's actually awesome, Sean. That's cool to see there. BP says Intel slashing dividends by 66%. What? Where did you see that? Wow, they really are. Dividend cut. What the heck's happening here? Did their stock, why is it going up? Okay. All right. I would have thought they would have went down, but oh, wow. Man, let's find an article on that real quick. That is terrible. Son of a bitch. That sucks. Hmm. Man, Intel, I think, is another good cash secured put opportunity down here at the lows. You know, they're down around like $25. Wow, they're actually right around that big support again. So this support is actually huge on Intel, guys. I think this could be a good one to, you know, to maybe buy for the long term. Now, I think Intel could keep going down a little bit more, but I think for the long term, this is a good pickup at these prices, especially today's price of $26.61. But going over to their chain, I'm going to go ahead and look at their chain for April. You could get like the 25 strike for $75 a contract. That's actually not bad if you wanted to sell a couple of those puts there. Now, it would be $2,500 per position, but I think that would be a good way to go. Selling some puts there on Intel. And I really like that entry right there, right on support. I love getting entries around supports on these cash secure puts because I think that's just like the real way to go. If you're like getting cash secure puts while the stock's in free fall, it's just kind of, I don't know. I get it. People are trying to collect more premium or something, but you're really trying to like time the bottom when you do that. I've seen, especially the past year, I've seen people get screwed and get stuck into a lot of these stocks doing that on the way down. So I don't know. You might want to tier it up too. Like maybe sell the 25 strike and then sell a 23 strike and then a 20 strike. You know, that could be a good way to like tier it up if you really like the stock. I always recommend people tier it up that way if they can. So like Disney's another one I love down here. Falling back down to the middle of the range, I would sell like maybe the 100 strike put and then sell a 90 strike put and then an 80 strike put. That would be a really good way for April. So you could do the 100 strike, you'd get $375 for that one. The 90 strike, you'd get 120, and then the 80 strike, you only get 35, but the chances of it being at 80 are pretty darn low. Not too low, but pretty low. Let's see what they're pricing in. They're pricing in a 18% chance pretty much of Disney hitting 90 by April 21st. So, I don't know. Not bad. I like this, though, as a nice play for this. Yeah, this is cool, though. Where's Nate or A-Lead at? He said he wanted to go over some plays. Oh, here he is. He said, would you look at the 10 strike AMC out and thought if I was able to get a contract, the upper portion of that. Let's see. AMC. Would you look at the 10 strike? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of really playing AMC with these options, but so like Nathan, like you said you were newer and you wanted to learn a little bit earlier. I don't know. I mean, I really wouldn't get into too risky of spreads. I think $10 is like way too far on something like this. I would not touch it on AMC unless it was like a $6 strike, $7 strike, $8 strike. I don't think I'd go above like the 8 strike, to be honest, on many of these contracts here. Even if it is a spread, yeah, 8's pretty good up there. I don't know, you know, it's not the best for options. The options usually a little bit overpriced. So if you want to maybe like sell a put, I think that's a good way to go. I don't know. I wouldn't really get into too many risky spreads or anything like that with this one. It's just, I don't know. You know, like for someone who's traded the market for a long time, it's just not the ideal stock to trade, if that makes sense. Like it's just it's just not. It's if that makes any sense. Like the 10 strike put for March 17th. Nathan, are you looking to short that put? Are you looking to short that? Because, man, you're not supposed to short him in the money like that. Let me go look. AMC for March. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I didn't know what you meant, Nathan. Hang on. 10 strike put. The one for $6.20, right? It's like 6.2, 6.40 on the screen. Yeah, so I see what you're saying, Nathan. So Nathan, I think you have it. You have the correct thinking in this, but you just have to flip it. So like if you're selling a put on AMC, you need it to be under the current price, if that makes sense, or really close. That 10 strike, if you sold it, that only has a 14% chance of winning if you would sell that one. So you're gonna want to go out of the money on these options that you sell, if that makes sense. Now, if this stock starts falling down, like let's say you sell the 5 strike put and you sell down, then you have to pick up the shares at $5. Yeah, so if you put sell this, Nathan, that would be unfortunately, totally off. Okay, at 10. That's just not how you would trade that. Let me get Mike really quick and maybe have him give you a good explanation I'm gonna ask him real quick just to like, what would you say about selling a 10 strike CSP on AMC right now? Yeah, so like you'd want to flip it and go more down into the money, if that makes sense, you know, because it's like it's pretty crazy. So you're gonna want to really go down to the you know. So you're gonna want to get close to the money, like sell the 6 strike. So the 6 strike right now on AMC is actually not bad, I'll tell you, for March. $257, $260 on the chain. Hang on, let me get on an alt Thinkorswim account really quick if I can. Hang on, that way we can like see this options chain here, or somehow get it on the internet. Because every time you sell a cash secure put, Nate, it's kind of weird. You don't want it that way, if that makes sense. So he saw someone use $2,000 for debit and was able to have $19,000 in possible credit. Yeah, I mean, Nathan, you'll probably see some weird stuff, and I don't know what kind of trade that is, but it's probably not, I don't know, it's probably not very smart, if that makes sense. Makes sense. You'll probably see like, for example, if I go out there and I start trying to find big trades on AMC, I'm going to find big ones all over the place just because of the simple fact that everybody and their brother is trying to gamble on it, so everybody's throwing big money at it. So you're going to see some crazy trades, especially with some of the moves that you see here. I don't think it's worth it. I would rather go to a stock that you want to own for the long term. Maybe you want to own AMC for the long term. I sure to God hope not. But if you do, you probably want to look at like selling the 5 strike or the 6 strike or something like that. He says if you're able to get a $700 credit on the 10 strike, it would equal the $3 strike, right? Regardless, it would be lower than the open market. Nathan, I don't think so. No, if you are doing a spread, like a big spread, that could maybe work, but I don't know. You didn't ask that. You just asked about selling the put. I wouldn't do the spread personally on this stock. I would stay away from this one, to be honest. I wouldn't even touch it. In my humble personal opinion, I would never touch this stock. Thinking about that, we should probably go to a different one. Coinbase is looking pretty good. 8.14%, nice 5% move today. Yeah, Coinbase, that's a pretty big move back to the upside. Bounce off 62.50, back up, lots of consolidation there. Yeah, no problem, A-Lead. That's how you learn. Or Nathan, I should say, Nate. It's how you learn, right? It's just, be careful with those types of trades out there, Nathan. Lots of guys are always doing those crazy trades on AMC. Just be very, very careful with trying to mimic those strategies. I'll be honest with you, there's only probably like 1% of people out there that really win on AMC, so so just keep that in mind. I've rarely ever seen people truly win on it over the years. How long's it been now since AMC started? Wow, it's been like 3 years now. Holy crap. Or since all that stuff started happening. Yeah, like how in the F? Like, that sounds like a crazy trade, Nathan. Dang. 19,000 in possible credit? What? No, I'm with you, Nate. Just, I don't think anyone else should trade it. I'm glad you're winning on it, but I'll be honest, if this is all you're trading, I'd love to see you in the long term. I hope it squeezes up right now the way you've been talking, though. But did you sell, Nate? Did you sell after buying in at 12, Let's see. He said he got in at 12 on the move to 71. Huh? $71. That never even happened on this stock, right? Did it? Am I lost? Let me go on Thinkorswim and check it out, maybe. Oh, 48. Okay. I thought maybe my trading view thing missed a print or something, but 48, 48. Okay. Sometimes it does miss a print every once in a while, so. Did you sell? He says 71.14. Oh, it only shows on the 1 minute chart. 1 minute? How can you see that? What the? Hang on, let me. Yeah, I guess it did or something in like pre-market, but I don't know. That would have been weird. So topped at 72. That's so dumb. Why is this chart saying this? I knew it was higher. It's so dumb that it says this. Let me go to my Thinkorswim. I feel like Thinkorswim will have it right. Yes, Thinkorswim has it right. I knew this thing was missing a print. Knew it was. Yeah, that's dumb. There we go. Yeah, Thinkorswim has me. Ancient Chinese secret. Chart on the 1 minute years apart. I use the 1 minute all the time, but you know, within reason. I don't really see any. I don't go back that far on things. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, not for me. I'm not touching it. So I'm done with that one today. That's how he saw the AMC move. Oh, because of the spinoff. I see. On Thinkorswim, it shows it on the weekly, so I don't know. I get what you're saying, A-Lead. Like, look at this. I'll go to the 3-year weekly, and it shows 72 here on AMC on Thinkorswim at least, so that's cool. Thank God this chart has it right, I guess. Thank God they got it right. But let's go. We have those big NVDA options coming out later tonight. Big earnings. So let's go. Let's go. That's going to be huge. That is going to be huge there. NVDA needs to bounce from 206 back up. We also have those minutes. Corbin, you are right. I was just about to mention that after the earnings here. So we have NVIDIA, Lucid, Unity, Etsy, Teladoc, and Sunrun. And then we also have the minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So be ready for all of it today, guys. There is going to be quite a bit of events going on. And SPY is at a crucial point here, right around 400. This is a huge area of support. Guys, let me know what stocks you want to see running with momentum. I know we kind of got too much into AMC there. But let me know other stocks. I want to see some cool other stocks. I'm kind of sick of talking about that one, to be honest. Hate that stock. My least favorite stock in the market. Google under 92, Xbox says. GOOGL. Let's see. 92. Yeah, that's kind of like how SPY's at 400 here, honestly. It's just like that at support. I think it'd be awesome to find some good moves down under there. I think that would be awesome. You know, finding a good move down. Nice rejections at 92. Very interesting. Low at like 91.50. Pretty good. How's the GameStop? Another one of my least favorites. Bed Bath & Beyond. None of those are starting to move up too much more. That AMC is the only one holding up. Keep talking about Northrop has a ton of movement to the upside. Keisha, I'm surprised I haven't heard you say anything about Northrop yet today. What about GD, General Dynamics? Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin's looking pretty good, but Northrop is awesome there. That'd be awesome to see a nice breakout up above 480 here and just a nice continued push to the upside. Starting to actually fill the gap on the daily, which is awesome. Fantastic. WMT. What about Target? Target, let's see the 5. Yeah, nothing crazy there. TLRY, $2.75, $2.76. Looking good. Look at that daily on Tilray. I kind of want to buy some Tilray for the long term again. Bought some a while ago, and then I sold again as it came back down because it was looking rough. I sold it break even. I think I got in at like 360, and it ran up to like 5 or something. Came back down, and I started to let it go again. And like I said, at break even. I am a little bit worried about some of these marijuana stocks. I just, like, what's up with these? They just can't get going. They just can't get going. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's nuts. Can't believe it. Keisha said KR looks good, and I'm watching to see if Intel will hold support here. So good old KR or Kroger. That's actually holding support very well. Keisha, that's not a bad one here. Let's eye this up. Dang, this is looking good. Kind of liking those bounces there, too. 43.50, not bad. Yeah, definitely not bad. Got a lot of hits here. Pretty good. I like that move a lot today, Keisha. Wow, KR is going to be one of the bigger watchers I watch here. Not the biggest mover in the world, but, man, you can catch some nice intraday plays on some of these options, and you know, you don't gotta, I don't know, get super risky with these. You know, like, you don't have to go for, like, 100%ers or anything. Some of these trades are looking fire here. And Keisha had some awesome plays here in the Discord, guys. Check this out. This is fantastic in the Profits channel here. Yeah, you deserve some stuff going on here, Keisha. That is awesome. She turned 1,300 into 11,000. And Keisha, what were you doing on this trade? You were just swinging Campbell's puts or Campbell's calls, right? CPB. Yeah, that's right. I think you were just swinging Campbell's soup calls. So see, like, you don't need crazy moves and out of some of these crazy stocks to get some good percentages. That is awesome, Keisha. That is awesome. And it looks like you were buying on an awesome support there. I know we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but man, as the day went on, it seems like it just got better and better. Wow. What a play, though. Campbell's soup. Yeah, Keisha's top G in here. This is awesome. Top G, Keisha. Man, I'll tell you, Nathan, if you want to follow some trades here lately, I'd recommend looking at stuff Keisha's watching. Yeah, she called it out last week when it was 51.60. Yeah, she's been calling out some fire plays, Nathan. Just keep watching for those in here. We'll check them out too when she talks about them. So she's watching Kroger right now. Look at that baby go too. I'll tell you what, Kroger looks kind of like Campbell's. You know, it's kind of consolidating down here around support. If it starts to break, we could see some awesome moves to the upside. But yeah, let's go, guys. W's for Keisha in the chat. That is some amazing, amazing plays right there. Fantastic. And don't forget, I'm in a few plays. I've been going over quite a few plays here the past few days. So what am I in? We are into the Amazon puts. We're into those Amazon April 21st 90 strike puts. 3.2. Not doing the best today with Amazon coming back. We'll have to see if we can stay under 100 and start to fall back down or not there. Also into some Palantir January 2024 10 strike calls. I do like the Palantir play quite a bit. I'm into those as well. bought those over the past week. So those are like pretty recent positions that aren't any premium plays or anything like that. For all my premium plays out there, all my premium guys, man, the NSC is awesome. Awesome. I hope it keeps going down today. It might start consolidating a little bit, but it's been great the past few days. Go NSC, go. Awesome for all those premium players. Poor Palantir's fallen off here again today, though we're actually breaking the 840 support back to the downside. I actually talked about this on last night's video, and I'll tell you, on every nightly video, we go over probably, I'd say like 6 really good trades that are pretty good breakout plays. So, yeah, check them out. Palantir was one of mine on Monday night's video and last night's video. So, yesterday I was looking for him to fall under 9. That was a huge break of support, huge move down there. That was great. Today it's breaking the very next support here at 840. So, hopefully we see a nice move down to 820 and then 8. That was my target down there. I'd recommend watching that video later if you guys haven't. Pretty good one. Every night, seriously, those videos, I feel like they're a little bit underrated. You know, there's a lot of plays in those videos every night. Yeah, NSC was awesome, Corbin, so let's go. Let's go, that's great. Wow, Nathan says 30% gain so far in AMC. Nathan, post it up. Post it up in the Profits channel. Let's go. That's awesome. 30% portfolio gain. That's great. What were you trading, Nathan? Send it up. That's awesome. 30% portfolio. That sounds like a lot. Detail out the trade for us, Nathan. Or is these just your shares? If it is, just, you know, give us the average, of course, and when you bought. I know you keep adding all the time, I keep seeing. The top G thing. I love that. The top G. Keisha's gonna get weirded out, guys. She's like, top G? What the hell's that? Oh boy. That was pretty good. The top G. Well, let us know the trade, Nathan. I guess it's not. But let us know what you're doing with it. You know, you said you're up 30%. You got to give us some details here, man. You know, in the Discord, you were acting like you were not, you know. 30% gain, though. That's good. Is that just the shares, Nathan, or what? Hey, Sean, that's awesome. Tons of good plays, seriously. Love those plays from last night. And SPY's like just teetering here. AMC's like inversing the damn market. NSC needs to do better. Go soup. Go soup. That's right. Go CPB. Nathan says, AMC shares only in 4 calls that I may execute here. So nice stuff, Nathan. W's for Nathan, too, guys. 30% on the AMC shares and the calls. So there we go. W's all around. Solid. Solid. Oh, yeah. Very solid. Very nice.
Very nice.
For all my young traders out there. If you guys can name this guy, you deserve a reward.
Very nice.
If you could name who says very nice there, that'd be awesome. It's probably really hard to tell, but if somebody gets it in the chat, I don't know. I got to come up with something cool, like a tribute or something. Or we'll do something off your request if you get it. Something like that. Hell yeah. Go Nathan, Keisha. You guys are killing it today. Or this week. Love that. I love those calls, though. Love seeing the plays. Love hearing about the plays there. Shares only, though, is not a bad way to go. I'll be honest. Shares are really smart. It's probably a lot safer, honestly. Now you don't have to worry about any BS. I was trying to not curse again. You don't have to worry about any BS with the time decay or anything. So I love that with the share. That's awesome. Oh, Nathan got it. It's the PewDiePie. Mark says Borat. George says Borat. That is funny. George, thanks for joining up. Appreciate seeing you around. But yeah, it was the PewDiePie. Nathan's got it right. Hell yeah, Nathan. Hell yeah. We'll have to do something now upon your request, Nathan. So, you know, think about it long and hard what you want us to do. Nice. He says his calls are already in the money. That's awesome. That is great. What'd you get? Like the 6 strike, the 5 strike? Probably something like that. That's awesome. Sounds really fun now. In the money calls, man. We're talking about being in a nice winning position, it sounds like. Man, poor Palantir here. Jeez. Jeez. Can't this happen to Amazon? That's what I needed to happen to. Terrible. 5.5, March 3rd. Woo! He's almost up 100% on those bad boys. That's good, Nathan. Almost up 100%. I know you've been talking about it nonstop, so I hope it works out for you. You know, I've been seeing all those messages, man. You know, it's just not our favorite. You know, it's a tough one to trade. The majority of people lose on it. So, you know, I hope it wins for you. I hope this thing squeezes like we're talking about. That'd be awesome, honestly. It might be worth a little gamble play on my own, honestly, if we start to see it moving. Yeah, he says the calls are better off. Yeah, they probably are. PewDiePie, though, that's awesome. You got it. He got it. All the old guys in the chat don't know who PewDiePie is. Here, I'll show you guys PewDiePie for anyone who doesn't know. This is PewDiePie. He made... Well, that's actually a bad picture, okay? That's a really bad picture. It makes him look like a... That kind of makes him look weird. Here you go. This is him. There you go. This is what he looks like more often. Right here. PewDiePie. That's my guy right there. He would make, like, YouTube videos with, like, getting scared and stuff like that. I think he actually bought the Club Penguin office, too, which is funny. Here, we'll look it up. We'll look up, like, one thing from him. PewDiePie... Oh! Alright, we'll do this. He has a little song. Now, it's not the best song in the world. This song might make Keisha a little mad, because it's got some curse words in it, but I feel like it's worth playing for a second. And plus, you know, he says I can use the track. You know, it's not copyrighted, so I like that. Let's listen to it just like 1 second. We're not going to listen to it a lot, I promise.
Personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. mobs or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series, I'm here to spill the real tea. You tryna dethrone me from spot on number one, but you India, you lose, so best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely fucking done, cause we only just begun. I review you, zero by bitch gone. So come on, T-Series, looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna.
So guys, like the whole, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure you guys have heard of the guy maybe, but for who doesn't know what this song was made for, PewDiePie and this like foreign account called T-Series, they're like competing. So PewDiePie has 111 million subs, and this T-Series has 237 million subs. But for a while, PewDiePie was the most watched guy on YouTube, or the most sub guy. And then this T-Series started taking it over. Because, you know, it's in India, and as we know, I mean, there's like 3 bazillion people there. So sorry for anyone who didn't want to hear the song, but just wanted to kind of get my my little fill there of the guy in. Good old PewDiePie, one of the best. He's a legend on YouTube, guys. Like he made YouTube, like, honestly, like part of what it is. That guy, he was that big for a while. So cool. Nathan says, how about an idea of Trader of the Month? Like whoever in the whole chat has the highest % return each month gets put up on the screen. Just % portfolio gain to keep anonymity. Or, you know, whatever, to keep anonymous. Yeah. I see what you're saying, Nate. That's actually a pretty good idea. I've actually thought of stuff like that, Nathan. I've thought of stuff like that before. That could actually be a pretty good, honestly, a pretty good way to go. And we're almost at the end of February there. It's not a bad idea. I'll tell you, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. So, I don't know, Nathan. That's actually something I'm going to be thinking about. I don't think we're going to keep it anonymous. We're at least going to have, you know, your Discord handle on there. But, wow. That could be pretty cool, Nathan. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to do whoever has the highest % return each month. Because, well, I guess if everybody keeps posting stuff, we could, but he says, good news for me because Bitcoin's going to come down. Let's see, BTC USD. Wow, it is falling down a lot, 24,000. He says it'd be cool to show the highest growers. Yeah, it would be cool to show the highest growers. It's just, I don't know. Once you have a crazy enough amount, it's hard to hit those crazy % returns. Well, Nathan, it's actually... I actually disagree with what you said there at the end. It's actually, you have the same chance to hit the returns. It's just that usually you quit buying such risky stuff is what, you know, really what it is, Nathan. Because, you know, you quit trading dumb stuff. Once you get enough money, you start being smarter with it, you know? Usually. Not a bad idea, though. Won't be doing it the exact way you're talking about, Nathan, but I think a member of the month idea is very smart. Definitely won't be doing the highest % return just because, you know, like, no offense, I think somebody who has a $5,000 account who made $2,000 over the course of a month is better than someone who turned 100 into 500. You know, so that's what I'm getting at, Nathan. Like, if someone comes in the chat and turns $200 into $500, you know, they're up over 100%. But if someone turns, you know, $5,000 into $7,000, they only really made like 20% or 25% or whatever. So I don't know. You know, sometimes those trades are a little bit better too. We'll just, you know, member of the month's a good idea though. Great idea. It'll definitely be someone who's winning. That's for sure. I'll private message each person who I want to do, and we'll try to. I'll like talk with them a little bit and see if they want to do it. And I think that's a good idea, though, Nathan. I like your idea. It's just, you know, the nitty gritty details. We're not going to be able to do everything the same way, but good idea overall, though. It's pretty cool. Sean says I could kill it with an $800 account. See, like, if everyone says that, like, why don't you do it then? You know, like, it's just. You see what I'm saying? It's like, if you really could with the 800 account, do it. It's just, eventually you might blow it up or something, probably is the. That'd be cool, though, Sean. Maybe do an $800 account challenge. Be kind of interesting to follow. A little interesting. I don't even want to try an $800 challenge because I feel like it's unrealistic to do good. Nathan says, I mean, overall portfolio gain. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that necessarily, Nathan. So like I said, Nathan, I don't think you got what I was saying. Nathan, I literally just said that. Okay. It's all right, man. You know, here's what I said, okay? If somebody with a $200 account turns their account into $500, okay, they go from 200 to 500. All right? I'll make it simple. 200 to 500. That's over 100%. Now somebody has a $5,000 account. Now that account's $7,000. They made $2,000. So that's like, they made $2,000 off their $5,000. So they made like 30% or whatever. I think that the person who made $2,000 with the $5,000 did better than the person who made, you know, over 100% on the smaller trade, if that makes sense, Nathan. So I'm not always going to go with the percentage because I don't think that some gambler should be highlighted, you know, for getting lucky once, if that makes sense. I'd rather go with a consistent trader who has been taking solid, consistent trades and people could actually learn from. You know, that's the big thing, right? Is helping the community. If I just sat there and I just, you know, started throwing out the guys who make 500% all the time, you know, it's not going to be as helpful for people because they're never going to learn. You know, it's just people gambling all the time. So, you know, eventually they're going to blow those accounts up, as they do, as I've seen time and time again on people who do that. I see it all the time. I've been doing this for like 8 years, Nathan. I've seen it too many times. It's all about helping people and getting them to learn how to trade in a correct and smart way rather than risky and being dumb. You know, I think that's the big thing there. Helping the community, you know, get smarter with their trades. Yeah. That's what it is. But who knows? You know, like Keisha's probably up 500% right now, given hell, what? Keisha just killed it on that one trade in the profits channel. This one, 1,300 into 11K. Like, dang, like she's going to look crazy on there if she got member of the month. That's going to be crazy. Fiva says, what would you play with a $200 account? Asking for a friend. And Sean says spreads. So Fiva, oh man, Fiva, with an account of $200, it's really hard to find trades that are worth it taking. Dang, that is a tough one. Gengar says you could play Spy. I mean, you could, but you'd be playing really risky stuff. So, like, even if I go to this week's chain for SPY, man, SPY. This week's chain, if you played, like, some puts, for example, the 398 strike cost $250. The 397 strike cost $200. Like, we're getting too far out of the money to make it worthwhile, if that makes sense. If the play goes against you, you're going to lose like half your account on this. So I don't know. I would recommend not playing the SPY with $200, to be honest. It looks pretty bad as far as like you could lose like a very high percentage of your account quickly. So like here's what I like to tell people is I don't like to risk more than like 3 to 5% of my account per trade. And that's on the high end. Usually it's like 2% of my account per trade. So let's just do that with the SPY real quick. Let me get my 4-chart setup here. So like if we're risking, let me get a calculator. So let's just say for retrospect, our account's $250. We only want to be risking like 5%. So we'll times that by 0.05. You're only going to want to risk like $12.50 here. So I don't know, you know, it's just, you could, since your account's really low, you know, you'll probably want to add some risk. So I don't know. Let's say you might want to only do 30%, or let's just say keep it 25% of your account, right? Times 0.25. So, you know, you could risk like $62. Now that's more realistic. Maybe a 25% stop or 25% risk tolerance here is a little bit better. Now, I wouldn't do it per play, but maybe per week or something. I don't know. But what I would do, FIVA, is I would definitely add in money from your other income sources. So we're all about making money here and adding in extra streams of income, right? So the big thing that I would do is, like, if your account's $250, right, you're starting with $250, just add in, just keep adding in like $100 a month if you can. You know, and I get it. Some people say, well, I can't make it work. Well, if you can't make it work, I hate to say it, but like, you know, as like Andrew Tate or someone would say, you're in the wrong fucking game, man. You know, like you're in the wrong game if you can't keep adding money in. So I would do at least like 100 a month adding into this, you know, to try to grow this account at least. Personally, I would add in more, like 300, 500, something like that. Maybe a little bit more even, if you can. I would try to do as much as I could to make it work. I would hustle. I'd go work some side jobs, you know, like maybe find a buddy who needs some help with his business during after hours or something. Help with that. Any way to get some money. Watch some people's kids for them or something. I don't know. You know, there's all types of scenarios out there. Hell, you could recommend people to StockedUp and make some extra money if you get them to buy with your affiliate link. But so we'll do like, let's just say 100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. So I don't know. Let's just say this account gets up to 500 over the next couple months. Then you might be able to maybe find a stock that's around $5 a share, and you can start doing some, you know, poor man's cash secured puts, and then getting into some covered calls, rolling those out, you know. The big thing is, though, is like building that account up. You know, you got to get that account up. You know, that's the big thing. Like, it's hard for me to even recommend to play anything with an account that small, FIVA. And I know, like you said, asking for a friend, so I'm not trying to single you out. I'm hoping it helps somebody else, because I know there's other people in here who are probably on very small accounts too. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't even recommend playing stuff. Most of the trades I take require like $3,000 plus capital per play. So if that says anything right there, I don't know, you know, like 95% of the plays I take require like a lot of capital, because I'm selling options. I'm buying a lot of shares. I'm, you know, running the wheel, you know, stuff like that, like just nonstop. And that takes a little bit larger of an account to do that stuff. You know, I get it though. You know, everybody wants to, everyone starts somewhere and, you want to catch those big plays. I was the same way for years. I promise. I was the same exact way until it's like I lost enough and I started like buckling down and really taking it the safer route, if that makes sense, and doing it. I started following traders who were winning, okay, consistently over the long term, if that makes sense. Guys who sell options, not just Mike, like there were groups I joined before we started Stocked Up with selling options, and I think it was called like Options for Income or something like that. There's a whole bunch. Yeah, I hope it helps, Fiva. I don't want to like make people feel bad sometimes though. You know what I'm saying, Fiva? Like, because it's like, I feel like sometimes like when people say things like that, it might come off the wrong way. Does that make sense? Like whenever I was new, I would ask like the same type of stuff, or like whenever my account was like that, I would ask like the same things. And I'd always feel kind of bad because people would say stuff and I'm like, well, I don't have the money, it's like, and I'm just like, it took a long time of saving. Like, I'll be honest, God, I've been in this game for so long. Thinking back now, it's like giving me goosebumps right now thinking about it. It's been so long. Xbox says, I want to consistently rake in the premium over and over on a single stock. That's awesome, Xbox. I think you can. I've been helping some people do this in Discord and stuff like that. I've been helping some people do it with like Disney and other stocks like that. Some guys in Discord have been asking me about it sometimes. And hey, if you guys are part of the premium program, I'll get on call with you for like an hour, like once a month or something, and try to help you with some cash secure put plays if you guys want. I could do like some one-on-one calls with some cash secure puts, or if you want, maybe we could like talk and we could go over them live. Like hell, if somebody on here wants to try to learn some cash secure puts, we could go over them live and you could ask me live questions and stuff like that. That could actually work. That could be a really good learning experience, actually. If anybody wants to do that, they want to try to get into the cash secure puts. Or when I say cash secure puts, it's essentially selling puts for anyone who might not know the terminology as well. Sean says, become an insurance agent that works from home and trade while you work while adding to the account. That's what Sean does. Nathan says 75% of all my income goes to investing. Yeah, that's awesome. Sean says I'd be for that. Hey, Sean, that'd be awesome. Yeah, if you want to do that, we can shoot me a private message if anyone wants to. I know that Sean already knows how to do cash secure puts. So in that sense, it would just be trying to find cool plays, which would probably, you guys would probably love that too, but it's always nice to find fun plays, right? Oh, you meant ride the waves. Yeah, Sean said 1,000's not even enough. Sorry, hard to keep up with the chat there. Hey, Purdy, thanks for joining up. But yeah, I would say, Fiva, if you really did want to get into some plays, with that money, there is a few ways that you could go here. So like Keisha usually trades some pretty cheap plays, Fiva. In here, I've noticed, like in the Profits channel, that play she posted, I think she says she got in 0.13 and got out at 1.10. That's only $13 a contract there. So there is some chances to catch better trades like that. And I would say, like, if you're looking for trades like that, let's find like cheap stocks to play. So like Palantir, for example, the options are cheap. So like right here on Palantir, the 8 strike call for this week only cost $13. So That's pretty good. So like you could scalp these in the short term, FIBA. You could maybe get like a few of the Palantir plays, maybe like one or two of them, you know, trying to scalp it with some intraday moves if you catch the right move, of course. Make sure you're just, you know, managing risk correctly with those losses because you don't want to blow up the account quickly, you know, if that does happen. But usually these cheap stocks like Palantir have decent options that might work for you in the short term. I'm trying to find another one like Fubo, Fubo. There's just not a lot of volume on the option. Yeah, I wouldn't. Don't do Fubo. Don't do Fubo. No volume. U. That's an interesting one. Yeah, don't do that one either. Too big of spreads. You get the point, though. Like, Palantir's a perfect example for it, though. Perfect example. The options are nice and cheap. I would say that's a good risk profile, trading those ones, if you wanted to try to scalp them, but again, it's not going to be the most realistic way to win. You could even scalp some AMC. Honestly, I'm looking at that chain. You could scalp like one or two of those contracts every once in a while, too. Just like I said, like, you know, again, like timing is key. Like you got to catch the plays in a good spot, like right as they're starting to move, so it doesn't get hit with premium or anything like that. Sean says, just getting the IRA going, I think it's the way. Yeah, that's awesome, Sean. I think the IRAs are very, very smart. It's always smart to have one on the side, you know? What's the max you're allowed to contribute per year into the IRAs? For all my guys out there. What is it nowadays? Is it 6,500 or did they raise it again? I think they raised it above 6,500 now, didn't they? Wow, Nathan says soon to be insurance agent here. That's very nice, actually. That's funny. That's funny, Nathan. That's exactly what Sean does. Palantir below 820, he says. Oh. Yeah, I think it is 6,500, Sean. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we're good there, so. Yeah, 6,500 a year. Try to get that in, guys. I'll tell you. After like 20 or 25 years, you'll all be real happy. And you don't even have to retire for that, do you? I don't think you have to retire. It's just after 25 years, right? IRA after 20 to 25 years. Let's see. Is it the Roth? So if you do a $6,500 annual contribution, your contribution for 2017 can't exceed it. Okay, that's so dumb. It's just numbers. I can't believe they wouldn't. That's so stupid. All right, well, we'll do 5,500. So if you did 5,500 a year, this is what it's showing you. So marginal tax rate 25%. All right, so this is having us start off at 29 years old. Oh, current age. Let's just say 25 because that's how old I am. So if you're 25, by the time you're 50, it says taxable savings will be like 300K. Not bad for only giving 5,500 a year. So let's get my calculator again. 5,500 times 25, because that's 25 years. So 5,500. Now I know it's more, but we'll just keep it simple here. Okay, so you like doubled your account over that time. Not bad. By the time you're 50, so after 25 years, you're at like 405K. Not bad. When you're 60, you'll be at like 1 million. And keep in mind, now that they keep raising this, it'll just be better and better. That's funny. If you're 50 or older, you can make additional catch-up contributions. That's funny. Let's see. Yeah, Sean's been doing insurance for a long time. Sorry, just catching up on the messages here, guys. Okay, so it says you must be 55 or 59. You can't remember. Okay. That makes sense, Gengar. I didn't know if it was just a certain amount of time or if it was a certain age, but Purdy says sold a call credit spread on SPY, bought the 403 and sold the 401 for Friday. Very nice, Purdy. Let's see. Starting to fly down here intraday. I'll tell you, SPY seems like it could fall down in a pretty big way here. We're starting to reject under $400. This is not a good look. Not a good look at all. Wow. Terrible today. Gonna post this up in the Discord. Hang on. Uh-oh. I accidentally brought up my wrong screen there. Let me post this up in Discord real quick here. Let's see what the sniper bot called out today. Amazon 94 strike calls. I have a feeling those didn't go well. What time did it call it out? 9 a.m. Yeah, not the best so far. Kind of rejected there a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure I would have even played it right there, seeing the chart at the time. So the FOMC minutes today, Sean's asking. Let's see. So, well, real quick, while we're on the topic of the ETFs. Nathan. Is another requirement for that to have the coffin picked out as well? Oh, that's funny. That is funny. No, Nathan, it's actually really, really smart to contribute to it. Like, for example, the tax rate, like whenever you take out those gains, it would be awesome to not have to have the tax as bad. Drew says, if you don't actively trade on IRA, isn't it better to just invest your money in a long-term ETF so you don't have the retirement age requirement? You don't get taxed on 80K long-term capital gains. Drew, I don't know where you heard that, but it's always better from the tax side of things to be in the IRA. That's the whole point of the IRA, is to save you on the taxes. So if you don't actively trade, I would think the IRA is even better because you just kind of like let the money sit in there and stuff. If you do actively trade, I would probably trade in a normal account because then you don't have to worry about waiting forever to take it out or anything like that. So like what I would recommend for everyone to do, honestly, like I think everyone should do this. Now, it just depends on how much money you make a year and how much you have to put towards expenses. But let's just say someone makes 30 grand a year, okay? Let's say 5,000 of this goes to taxes, okay? So now you only have 25,000. Now let's say you're contributing the max amount into your Roth IRA, okay? So 6,500. That leaves you 18,500 for the rest of the year. So let's do that divvied up, divided by 12. So that's 1,500 a month left over for everybody out there. If you have 30K a year and you're doing what I said with the max amount per year into those IRAs, So 1,500 there. You have that much left over. So let's just say you're trying to do another 500. So you'll do your 6,500 divided by 12 is 541. So 541 plus 500. So you'll have to put 1,041 into the account to save that much a year in your, well, you'd have to do that every month to fully max contribute to the IRA, and then to also like put 500 into your own account too. So it looks like the max contribution number came out to be like 541, something like that. It's pretty good. Yeah, you can trade in it, Nathan. That's the big thing people do. They get on TD Ameritrade, and you can like just get on there and open an account with it. Look at this. TD Ameritrade. Keyword. We'll do Roth. Oh, hang on. That's my username. Roth. But yeah, you can trade in here. Commission-free ETFs, yada, 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 smart tools. You can even roll over your 401ks into here. Who would have thought? Wait, there's an income limit? I didn't know that. There's income limits for IRAs? What? Huh. That's weird. Maximum contributions, though. Okay, so it is 6,500 now. That's good. We got the answer for certain now, at least. But yeah, you can trade in there. I think Sean's done this quite a bit. He does a lot of trading in there. Oh, nice. Yeah, I knew there was a... I didn't know there was a income limit, but I knew that there was a contribution limit, but... Okay. Hell, I guess they figure if you're making 144K a year, you should just be investing yourself, right? Nate says I wasn't aware of that. Thanks, America. Yeah, that's bullcrap, isn't it, Nate? Nate, I thought yesterday you said you were a CPA, man. Didn't you say you wanted to become a CPA? Let's see. I'm pretty sure I saw that in here. Yesterday you were talking about IRAs, and you were like, I should become a CPA. Now you're going to really want to become a CPA, now that you know that. That's going to be nuts, man. Yeah, it's a big deal. Those IRAs are huge, guys. It is very tax advantageous to do it. I've seen some guys kill it on them. Kill it in there a couple times. It's pretty crazy. Like, kill it on their IRAs. It's insane, some of the moves I've seen. Yeah, it's a big move up, though, into resistance here with Amazon. 97.10 we're testing now. Let's go back to that SPY. Let's get back into the market for a minute here. For a minute. Nathan says, nobody likes taxes. I took one. That's why I'm like, WTF. Oh, he says they took the small business class. I see. They should teach small business class in school. People would be so much educated with the money. Vote to throw out bakery class for investment class. LOL. I know, right? Here's one weird thing that I have to say about that, Gengar. and this might be a little, now tell me guys, is this bad to say, or is this, I might be stirring up some controversy here.
How dare you?
So be ready for it. But if we taught too many people, or like let's just say this, if too many people knew how to do these things, wouldn't it maybe make it worse for the ones who know how? I guess like the ones who actually have skills, I guess, or would the people who just put in more work still prevail because it's just they'll just have extra skills and stuff? I don't know. Just interesting. Yeah, I took microeconomics, macroeconomics, business management, business economics, or what was it? Business math, I think, or something. Bookkeeping, business management 1, business management 2, and these are all at the college level. And yeah, they didn't teach one goddamn thing about any IRAs. How dare them? Didn't teach anything. I'm talking about college, even Xbox. Even college. There's not a ton of them. There's a couple financial courses and stuff, like if you're trying to become like an actual CPA or something, but like the normal business courses and economics classes and all that, they never teach that stuff. Weird. AMC breaking the high of day, Nathan says. Wow, yeah, breakout 660 and higher. Let's go. Hope it keeps up. How's DraftKings? Dang it, DraftKings. How dare you? Nathan says it was public school and they did teach it. They did not teach that, though. Yeah. We had a class kind of like this, too. I had a class called... Did one of you guys say it already? Hang on, let's see. Financial literacy? It might have literally been called that. It was pretty much saying how to, like, file taxes and how to... I think she talked about IRAs for a minute, but man, you know how those classes are. No one pays attention. Gengar says that's because your professor was shorting AMC and didn't want you in on the wheel. That's pretty good, Gengar. I like that one. That one's pretty good. Gengar says, I still don't understand the wheel. It's like Chinese language to me right now, but I don't know finance as much. I do what I can. So Gengar, the wheel, I'll draw it out here for you, actually. We'll act like we're going to run the wheel on AMC right now, okay? We'll just act like it with AMC just for fun today. I'll teach. You're going to know now, Gengar. Dave Ramsey. Good old Dave Ramsey. I've heard that name too many times lately. 40% portfolio gain there, though. There we go, Nathan. There we go. 40%. That's awesome. All right, Gengar. So if I was going to run the wheel right now, all right, I'm going to teach you how to do it here. And I'm going to use a red trend line or a red horizontal ray as the level for the strike price. Okay. So here's what has to happen in this, Gengar. So if you're going to run the wheel, you have to start out with shorting puts. Okay, so I'm going to draw a little circle here at the bottom. I guess I'll draw it more in the middle on the right side. So at the top of the thing, what we'll do, one line here, SP. Okay, this means short puts. That's where you start. Then you go to the side. After you short the puts, we're going to do AS for assigned shares. Okay, assigned shares. And then down here, CC, covered call. And then right here, we're going to go RI, which is reinvest. So this is running the wheel. Now the red line down here goes off to the side. This is going to be very important here. I'm going to put it right around $6, okay? $6. So with this red line here, the reason why this is at 6, if we were going to start the wheel here on AMC, we would start it at the $6 strike, Gengar. So $6 strike. So we're going to go to the top of the wheel. We're shorting puts because that's the top thing there. So you got to short the $6 puts on AMC. So right now, if you shorted those puts for March 17th of 2023, you would get, right now they're going for around 2.35. So that means you would get $235 in premium if this play stays above $6. Okay, if AMC stays above $6 by expiration date, which in this case is March 17th, you're going to go ahead and make that $235, which is all of the premium that that put is selling for right now. If you were going to buy that 6-strike put right now, you'd be paying $235, and you would have an unlimited gain to the upside. That $235 could go up to $500, it could go up to $1,000, it could go up to $2,000, $3,000, unlimited. But since you're selling the put, you want that value to go down. So it's 2.35. You essentially want it to go down to 2.00, and then 1.5, and then 1, and then 0.5, and then 0. Your goal is to get this to 0. And that will go to 0, and you'll make $235 if AMC stays above 6, which is the strike that we picked out on this one. So essentially, you want the stock to stay above your strike. If that happens, you make all the premium. So all $235. Now, whenever it goes under the strike, this is where people start to get confused. So if this closes under $6 on expiration date, which is March 17th, like let's just say it closed at $5.90, okay? You're going to have to buy 100 shares at $6. And that's where the AS comes in here, because you're getting assigned shares. So the whole goal of this is to short the puts with the possibility of getting the shares assigned. So if we stay under 6, you're picking up 100 shares per contract at 6. And you're also going to get that premium. So you're getting the shares at 6, and you're getting the $235. So what this essentially does is it means your strike price really isn't $6 anymore, because now you can pretty much take that $235 you made and subtract it from the play. So if it cost you $600 for 100 shares of this, you can subtract 235 from that. Now it's $365. So essentially your average price then is at $3.65 because you made all that money back on the premium. So I know I might have lost you there, so I'll kind of go back a little bit. We'll back up. So we talked about the first scenario, closing above the strike, you collect all the premium. Closing under the strike, you collect the premium and you have to buy shares. So that's like the two scenarios. It closes above the strike, you get the premium, and you're done. You don't have to buy shares, you're done. If it closes under the strike, you have to pick up the shares and you keep the premium. Now, if you're going to keep running the wheel, after one of those scenarios plays out, if you end up getting assigned the shares, you're going to then sell a covered call. Now, a covered call is essentially the same thing as shorting a put, but on the call side. So now that you got 100 shares, you can use those 100 shares as collateral. Okay? You're using those 100 shares and you're putting them on the market. So you have 100 shares at 6. So what you're going to do is you're going to sell a covered call at $7 or $8 or somewhere above your current price. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to make money, number one, when the shares go up. Because if AMC goes from 6 to 7, you're going to make $100 because you have 100 shares and it went up. So you're making $100 from the stocks movement. So you're going to sell out your 100 shares at 7 if you sell that covered call, or you're just going to collect the premium. So you're going to either sell at a win and get the premium, or you're just going to get the premium and then still hold your shares. And why this is so cool is that you can sell once you get the shares, you can sell the covered call an unlimited amount of times. So like you could sell it for this week and collect 50 or 30 bucks, and then you could sell it again next week, and then the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. And you get what I'm saying. It's like you'll make $30 this week, $50 next week, maybe another 50, maybe another 40. You know, it'll be like consistent income coming in off of those shares. So like what I love to do, I'll give you an example. I got assigned shares on DraftKings. You know, that's part of my DraftKings long-term entry is that I got assigned shares. So now I'm selling covered calls. So I'm selling like the 30 strike calls, the 25 strike calls, the 28 strike calls on DraftKings right now to collect premium off of my shares. Now imagine it if you guys have like 2,000 shares, okay? Imagine that right now. So let's just say DraftKings. Let me go to my calculator again. Calculator. So DraftKings, let's just say you have 2,000 shares, okay? That means you could sell 20 calls. All right, 20 covered calls. So for March 17th right now, I could sell 20 of the 24 strike calls and get $20 per each one. So 20 times 20. So I can make $400 off of my 2,000 shares by just selling the 24 strike calls on DraftKings for March. And I'll have an 89% chance of this winning. So like you see where like as you acquire shares and you start doing these with selling covered calls, you start bringing in income on the side while you're holding shares. And now you don't have to risk all your shares. Like let's say you have Palantir and you have 1,000 shares of it. You know, you might only want to sell 5 contracts. That way you're only risking 500 of your shares instead of all of them. You know, so there's a lot of ways that you can kind of modify the wheel. You know, you can modify the wheel a little bit, if that makes sense. Just a little bit there. So Gengar, I hope that helped you. Hope that helped you. Xbox says, I hate to leave early. My dog has an appointment. No problem, Xbox. We'll be done here in a couple minutes anyways. Getting to that point of the day, you know, got to get some stuff going. Nathan says, the wheel is the best strategy for the investor to take from the speculator. And that is 100% right, Nathan. That is very, very true right there. It transfers money from the impatient to the patient. We'll just say that. You might not always make as much doing this. You know, you won't have as high of a percentage gain, but you're going to win way more often and way more consistently. And I'll just say this, over the long term, I've rarely ever seen anybody lose on this strategy unless they've been kind of dumb. You know, like if they were doing this on AMC or not even that, if they were doing this on GameStop, whenever GameStop was at like 60 or something, you know, you can lose if you do it like that. But if you're looking at it for nice stocks that you want to own for the long term, it's perfect. So like he said, he's looking to do it on Intel right now. Atomistic said he's doing it on Intel. So right now, that's a perfect example. If you're looking to run the wheel now, maybe sell like the 25 strike on Intel. Very simple. So we'll go to Intel. We'll go to March 17th. The 25 strike put is selling for like 50 bucks right now. So you'll sell the strike. You'll sell that put. You'll enter at 0.51. And then at March, If we stay above 25, you make 50 bucks. If we fall under 25, you have to pick up 100 shares at 25. Now, sometimes it can suck because the stock might gap down like from 20. It might gap down to like 20, so then you're entering at a loss. That is a risk, but that's why you do this on stocks you want to own for the long term, because as long as you want to own them and you're comfortable owning them at that price, you might as well just sell the put, because then if it goes down, you're buying in lower than you would buy today anyways. Like today's price is 26, so then you're at least getting in lower. At least you're not buying the shares today and then the thing tanks off. You at least have the option to take the shares if you want, which is why it's called the options market. Gotta love that, right? Nathan says, leave AMC alone. I'm sorry. I know, it's everybody's baby, man. Nathan, I hate to say it, man, but all of the newer traders just love AMC. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just all the cool movement it has. Every newer trader I've known over the past 2 years, this is all they like. It seems like that's all people are into. And I get it, but man, I hope to God you guys are buying some other stocks too. Intel announced they're slashing their dividend. I saw that today, Purdy. Yeah, by 66%. That was pretty rough. I think I actually have an article pulled up here. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Here's the article. Yeah, so they're slashing it to 12.5 cents from 36.5 cents. Pretty rough. That's a big slash. It's a big slash. He posted his AMC progress. Let's go. Look at all this. The chat's been popping off here today. Very nice. Wow. Hell yeah. That is awesome there. Look at that. Average price of 4.9. That is nice, man. That's a good average price there. Are you going to sell some covered calls with your AMC shares? That's actually pretty good. Nice. Up 40% on the port. Man, what a week. What a move with the AMC. That's awesome, man. 40% there. That's cool. Love to say that. That's cool. Nathan says, let's just say you stayed committed to having the winning trade with AMC. It'd be hard to lose. It could be, Nathan, but what if it goes bankrupt? I don't know. I know a lot of people who think this thing is never going to come back all the way. Come back all the way. And, these are analysts who have millions and millions of dollars. So, like, who do you trust? The analyst with millions or, the normal guy? It's like, I don't know. But I hope it comes back for you. And I hope it comes back for everybody. Because, like I said, I know so many people who are stuck into this. See, like the majority of people I know were buying in after the main move happened. Okay, so a lot of people are stuck into this thing at like 20 bucks or like 18 or like 24, something like that. They're not like you in at this good price. You know what I'm saying? If you were in at a good price like you are, like I feel like you're on the minority here. You're probably in like the 5% of people who actually have a good price on AMC. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody else is probably like average. I bet you like 80% of like the AMC fanboys out there are in above 12 or something like that, That's awesome. Your strike is great, Nathan. Like where you're at, you're in a prime spot. I would agree at your price, you probably won't lose, just given your price. But the issue is that most everybody else, that's what I'm getting at, is most everybody else. That's awesome. You're doing great, though. Sean says, I feel the same way about Tesla as you do with AMC. And I think I feel the same way about NVIDIA and AMD. AMD and NVIDIA are like my stocks for those that I like. Yeah, Nathan, I can't look at that live. I don't know how to see that. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big, I'm not trying to chase short squeezes. I don't know. That's not my type of investing. I'm out here selling puts, not chasing short squeeze. I'm trying to capitalize on dudes who want to chase that. But I think, I know that you've been talking about it a lot, though. I don't know how to see that. Nathan says he called out AMC at 477. Yeah, you probably did a couple weeks ago. I mean, it wouldn't have been that hard. No lie, Nathan. I don't know when you started talking, but you've been spewing AMC for a few weeks now. I don't know exactly when you started calling it out or anything, but I know you've been talking about it for a while. A couple weeks. Mike says he got into AMC at 14 out at 56. Yeah, that's awesome. Caught it in the beginning. Nathan, how do I see the short interest for that? I don't know. I don't have that plotted. I never look at it. Where do you see that short interest at? Nathan, I'd be interested to see it. $477 is when he did on the last downturn. Yeah, it makes sense. That was a bad little downturn there. I can't believe it had that big dip like that, and then now we're trying to like retest the highs here around the high of that dip. Yeah, Sean says he had AMC at 8 and sold at 13 right before the squeeze. I'll tell you what, I don't know, I can't remember the percentage on the play, but I remember that we actually did a call out on either GameStop or AMC and stocked up during that time. I think Mike did a swing play on it, and the play popped up like 20,000% or something like that on AMC or GameStop. It was crazy. 20,000%. Let me ask Mike real quick. I'll ask him in discussion just so, you can type it for everyone there. Hey, Mike, what was the high percent play we caught on AMC or GME at one time? Yeah, I think it was like 10,000%. Yeah, it was pretty big. It was crazy. I only got to catch a couple 100% because I didn't think it would keep going. I'll be honest, some people held that and I couldn't believe it. I saw some gains there and I was like, whoa! That was the craziest one I ever saw, was that play. $477. That's a good dip buy though, Nathan. I hope it keeps holding here though. It really needs to keep holding for us. What about ASTR? Astra Space. Astra starting to pop up. Some of these space stocks are terrible. Just can't get anywhere, man. GRMN or Garmin's up. A little bit with earnings this morning. Just don't forget about NVIDIA earnings later tonight, guys. Those are going to be huge. I think we're going to wrap up the stream here, though, in a couple minutes. I appreciate you all joining up. And, man, we had some very interesting combos today. So I appreciate that with everybody. Thank you, Nathan, Xbox, Gengar, Purdy, Sean, Atomistic, FIFA. Man, I really appreciate those questions, FIFA. Sometimes those, I feel like, they can help out a lot of other traders too. Just keep sending them out there. Keep sending them out there. Mark, thanks for joining up. Isha, of course. Both Nathans. I know I said the one Nathan. BP, Mark, Corbin, Xbox, Warren J, Bill W, Jamie. Thank you guys for being here. Seriously. Seriously, I appreciate it. And we even had a visitation from George. George was in here for a little while too. So, hey, thank you guys. It's been a pretty fun day so far today. I feel like we went over a lot of different plays today, lots of different scenarios. I'm going to be honest, I feel a little talked out today, guys. I feel like I've been talking nonstop here like the guy who does the auction. Give me a 5 now, a 6, 6, 6. Give me 6, give me 6, 6, 6. Give me 6, give me 6, give me 6. I don't know how the hell they do that stuff, but hey, thanks, Sean. I appreciate you. Yeah, Lucid tonight too. Don't forget. Here, I'll throw the earnings calendar up. If you guys want to screenshot it real quick, you can catch the earnings for the rest of the week here. Hey, George. George comes in peace, it looks like. Uh-oh. Nathan says only 2 million shares were covered in the last day. Uh-oh. All right, well, hey, I appreciate you guys, seriously. Thanks for joining up. Good day overall. Lots of trades going on. Don't forget we're into those Amazon puts. Doing kind of dog shit today. Not going to lie with that one. Also, the Palantir Leaps. Palantir Leaps, too, so. Uh-oh. Dang, Keisha. I didn't even realize that. Oh, no.
How dare you?
Oh, that's the bad numbers. Keisha, you typed it out. Now I have to stare at it. Uh-oh. All right, I'm getting out of here before the devil gets us. Have a good one, guys. Let's have a great rest of the day. And, of course, we'll always be in the Discord. So, you know, keep firing those plays out there. Keep firing out ideas. Let's go over them. Let's have some nice, let's find some nice movement here. You know, let's catch some good day trades. Pretty good. I like my free day trade today. Pretty good. See you guys later, though. Have a great rest of your hump day. Hump day, my favorite day of the week. Oh, yeah, definitely my favorite.